Viva Mexico, right? Goodness. I'm so excited to be back here for a heavyweight title fight to be held here at the MGM Grand under Julio Cesar Chavez, one of my heroes. So a lot of reminiscing. I start wanting to shadow box and get excited. Absolutely. I think the documentary from Netflix, the way they put it together, a great documentary, small town in southern West Virginia, that nobody ever could imagine they could get to the place where they're promoted by Don King, fighting for the WBC title, fighting in Las Vegas, fighting in Madison Square Garden, fighting on pay-per-view. Dream it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you haven't seen the documentary, please watch the documentary. And then you will understand the T-shirt. At some point during the time when Jim was beating me up and pistol whipping me, I told him, "Motherfucker, you cannot kill me." And I could hear my lung gurgling. I knew I was in trouble. "Motherfucker, you cannot kill me." That was the best. That was the worst and the best. It was the transition. CHRISTY MARTIN really kind of died on the floor that night, and Christy Salters got to come back to life.
I start the interview saying this. You used to beat her, and she used to beat her, but now it's a beautiful story, not only about love.
I'm so completely proud of Christy on every level. She's an amazing woman, and from a girl from Texas is because she is a Mexican fighter. Wow. She just happens to be blonde skin.
She hit you again, but in your heart now. She hit you again.
Amen. She got the final knockout.
Se puede jugar fútbol, béisbol, básquetbol, ping pong, canicas y hasta la Barbie, pero no puedes jugar boxeo.
Christy, first of all, thanks for your time. And it's always a pleasure not to talk with you, but remember when you were a warrior. I mean, you're still a warrior, but how's the feeling to be here, a worldwide class event, but you used to be under Mike Tyson fights?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to be back here for a heavyweight title fight, and it's going to be a great fight. Wilder Fury 3 is going to be awesome, but to just sit back and think about fighting under Mike Tyson so many times. Actually, I was on the first event ever to be held here at the MGM Grand under Julio Cesar Chavez, one of my heroes.
Oh my God.
Mi
compadre.
Yeah, see. So a lot of reminiscing. I start wanting to shadow box and get excited.
Awesome. Yes. I can see Lisa from here. You used to hit her. She used to hit her. But now you have a beautiful story, not only about human beings, love, but promoting boxing as well.
I am working hard right now. CHRISTY MARTIN Promotions. We're trying to make it to that next level. Trying to find a young talent. I have a couple great young fighters. Benny Aguilar, Tony Aguilar from Florida, Anthony Sevilla from West Virginia. Both of those guys are just young, starting out their professional career, but I see a bright future for them. And hopefully someday I can bring them here to the MGM Grand in Las Vegas to fight.
I mean, when it's about you, you're going to make it, for sure.
I hope so. God has blessed me time and time again, and so many people in boxing have stood behind me and stood by me and keep giving me encouragement to keep fighting. And I'm doing my best to not let anyone down.
Always. Let me ask you this, as an analyst, what is your opinion before this beautiful fight, this great fight, Fury Wilder? How can you describe this fight?
Personally, I think that Fury has the combination, right? He already knows the combination to the lock. The first fight was very close. Probably Fury should have gotten the decision, in my opinion.
I agree.
The second fight, we know what happened. It was stopped. And I just think that Fury knows the combination. He also is in Wilder's head, because not only does Fury know he knows how to beat Wilder, Wilder knows Fury knows how to beat Wilder.
Definitely.
So I think that it's going to be a great fight. Wilder's going to have to really make a lot of changes to win. So my money's going on Fury.
I agree. Let me talk about this, because you touch the heart of the world. I mean, I already saw twice the commentary. And what is the meaning for you that you can help in every sense, not only women's, but men's as well?
Absolutely. I think the documentary from Netflix, the way they put it together, a great documentary. I think it shows the boxing story.
Yeah.
It shows sexuality so that people can understand and be more acceptable of their true feelings.
Definitely.
But it's also, number one, it's the underdog story. It's the underdog. I'm a girl from a small town in southern West Virginia that nobody ever could imagine they could get to the place where they're promoted by Don King, fighting for the WBC title, fighting in Las Vegas, fighting in Madison Square Garden, fighting on pay-per-view. Those things are just not even, you can't even dream that big.
Yeah.
So to have really had that experience in my life is it shows everybody out there, male or female, dream it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it.
Amen. Definitely. Tell us about this beautiful T-shirt.
Okay, so the
I love
T-shirt.
it.
So the T-shirt. If you haven't seen the documentary, please watch the documentary.
Watch it.
And then you will understand the T-shirt. At some point during the time when Jim was beating me up and pistol whipping me, I told him, "Motherfucker, you cannot kill me."
Yep.
And so therefore the T-shirts and that phrase kind of caught on, and the T-shirts, and we're really just trying to get people to look at the Netflix documentary, but also by purchasing the T-shirts, the proceeds go back to Christy's Champs, which is my nonprofit for domestic violence awareness. And so it's twofold here. You know, we want people to take a look at the documentary. We want them to buy the T-shirts so it helps the nonprofit for Christy's Champs.
Let me ask you this: the worst moment, not only in your career, but in your life as well, and the top moment, the one that you remember always.
Oh my, the best time, the best time. Oh my. There's so many great times in my boxing career that were special, because I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated to get the fight in Madison Square Garden.
Oh my God.
For Jose Suleiman to put that green belt around my waist. There's so many great things that happen. I can't really single out one.
You have a lot. It's complicated.
God bless me.
Yeah. And at some point, you think about to throw the towel, to say enough, because I can tell that no, because your spirit is bigger than your punch. So it's difficult to say. But what is the worst moment?
The worst moment. Yeah. The worst moment in my boxing career, I think the worst moment was the 10 seconds I stayed on my knee when I was fighting Layla Ali. I wish I would have just gotten back up and I wouldn't be letting her knock me out, but she probably would have knocked me out. Yeah. I wish that's the way the fight would have ended. That's the worst part of my boxing career. Obviously, the best and worst part of my life was laying on the floor, not knowing for sure if I was going to live or die after being shot and stabbed. And I could hear my lung gurgling. I knew I was in trouble, and God gave me the strength to get up. I prayed, and it was just like, bam, get up, Christy, and save yourself. And that was what happened. I got up and saved myself. So that was the best. That was the worst and the best. It was the transition. Christy Martin really kind of died on the floor that night.
Definitely.
And Christy Salters got to come back to life.
I don't know if you know this, but you have a lot of Mexican fans. So what can you tell to the Mexican raza, to the Mexican fans, but as well, how can you define the Mexican boxing?
Viva Mexico, right?
Mexico.
I feel like the Mexican fans embraced me throughout my career, and a lot of that was because I was fighting on the undercards of Julio Cesar Chavez, and I love to throw the hook to the body, and I think that my mentality and my warrior mentality was so much like what the machismo, right, that we have from the Mexican fighters. So I felt like there was always a connection.
Always.
And I've just always been a huge fight fan of, I mean, we can go back to Salvador Sanchez,
Ruben Olivares.
My goodness. Yeah. Ruben is one of my great friends. I love him. Yes. I'm a huge fight fan, whether it be Morales and Barrera, Chavez, I mean, all of them. Ricardo Lopez, Finito. Oh my God. We could talk all day about those Mexican fighters.
Yeah, it's a religion for us.
Amen.
Definitely. Let me close with this. Lisa, please come here. Please, give me a second. I'm going to step here because I need you to be here. You're a big part of the story. We're going to close the interview with something like a message to the people. I can feel it in my, because I have mother. I used to have, she just died, and I have daughter, I have grandkids, and I start the interview saying this. You used to beat her. And she used to beat her, but now it's a beautiful story, not only about love. There you go. We need to show the love. And what is the meaning for you?
I'm so completely proud of Christy on every level. She's an amazing woman, and I was listening to your interview, and the reason why she has so many Mexican fans and from a girl from Texas is because she is a Mexican fighter. Wow. She just happens to be blonde skin.
She hit you again, but in your heart now. She hit you again.
Amen, amen. She got the final knockout.
You need to counter punch her.
Oh, Lisa, the honest truth is, so Lisa came and sparred with me a couple times after we fought. She's the only female to ever knock me down. She caught me with a Mexican upper hook thing, and I landed on my butt, and I was like, how did I get down here? And so she knocked me out in many ways.
It's because of the T vitamin. Tacos, tostadas, and tortas. Finally, please. I'm going to start with you, and then I'm going to close with you. So please send a message, not only to watch the documentary, but when someone is in trouble, when someone is in deep waters, they need to talk about it. They don't need to stay in home, right? So you are like a role models in this situation. So please send a message, please.
I've come up to speed as well, learning a lot of this stuff that I didn't know, and we have to watch for the subtle things.
Yep.
Whoever it is, the man or the woman, constantly putting the other person down, belittling them in a way that minimizes their sense of self. All the little indicators that we don't really pay attention to, those are the things that are going to show you if your friend, your mother, your sister, your brother is in trouble. Pay attention to those things, and hopefully you save someone from having to pick themselves up off the floor.
Yeah, amen. A message from you. Don't forget to watch the documentary. I watched twice already, and he sent me a message, but please.
My thing is, not only on the domestic violence side, be aware of everybody around you, but the sexuality side, I know it's a tough one for people to understand, to accept, to appreciate, but be true to yourself. I spent 25 years of my life trying to make everybody around me happy. Yep. And finally I got to the point where, you know what, I might only have 20 more minutes on this earth, and those 20 minutes I'm going to make me happy. And thank God I met Lisa Hallowine. Okay,
well, I appreciate your time, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the message, because not only I feel the situation, but we learn a lot, and we need to learn in this new world, right?
All of us, me included, everybody. If you stop learning, there's nothing more to live for.
There you go.
Great. There you go. Okay, everybody, keep your open mind and keep an open heart. And you know what? Make someone's day today. Just do one thing nice. Say one thing nice to somebody, because you never know what that person may be facing. Amen. And it just may be that one comment that gets them back on track.
Yeah. The thing that I miss the most is to these everyday calls to my mother. She passed away 2 months ago. And believe me, guys, if you have someone next to you, tell her that you love her. Thank you very much. But let's close with the phrase.
Here you go, motherfucker.
Go. Imagine that you are fighting, and there you go. There you go. The phrase.
Motherfucker, you cannot kill me.
There you go. I love it. Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you.
La entrevista fue presentada por SEYER en los puños de los campeones desde 1930.